Putain, j'ai mal.
You've returned. And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why did you agree to help and then lie? You even said you thought Pan was responsible.
I didn't know how she died, or who else was involved.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
You want to challenge the leader of the chorus in front of everyone.
She isn't giving me much of a choice.
Well, I dare say she has more of a fight in store for her than she would ever expect.
Is that a vote of confidence?
When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
C'est rude, hein. Cette histoire va très très mal finir. Je crois que je vais me faire exploser au procès. Je sais pas combien de temps j'ai avant le procès. Est-ce que je peux parler aux trois personnages? On sait déjà qu'on a un soutien de Perséphone, donc ça sert à rien d'aller lui parler. Donc la chose à faire, ce serait soit de parler à Pan, mais Pan, on lui fait pas totalement confiance. Enfin, comme on lui a pas fait totalement confiance tout au long du jeu, il va peut-être pas nous soutenir, donc c'est pas intéressant d'aller le voir. Peut-être par contre faire face à Apollon, c'est peut-être le plus intéressant pour pouvoir peut-être débloquer la situation. On a appris la prophétie, mais peut-être qu'on peut le convaincre de nous aider, parce que au moins comme ça on aurait le soutien de Perséphone et d'Apollon. Donc j'espère que c'est pas une connerie que je suis en train de faire.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I care about him too.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me? After all you've been through?
I lost Freddy. I can't lose anyone else.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Well, couldn't it be? You said yourself, prophecies don't always work the way you think they will.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that. I hope this doesn't change things between us. You've come to mean a great deal to me.
Allez, on tente, on va voir si ça passe.
I feel the same way, Apollo.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
You'd better.
On peut toujours tenter de parler à Pan, hein, voir un peu ce qu'il en est. Hein. Je suis pas sûr qu'il accepte de nous soutenir. Mais ça vaut quand même le coup d'aller lui parler.
Pan? Are you here? Pan! All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
No, I, wanted to apologize.
Apologize? To me? Well,
For thinking you might be behind Calliope's murder. Turns out that's not the case.
oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I've any advice to offer.
En vrai, même s'il nous a espionné un peu, je pense qu'il est sincère dans ses démarches.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die, just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Oh, so just let the idols die off. You'd be okay with that?
Did the prophecy say precisely that? Prophecies can be such tricksy little bastards. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Peut-être que la prophétie, pour moi, j'ai l'impression que la prophétie veut plus se dire il faut renoncer à l'idolion. Enfin, l'idolion. Je sais pas comment il prononce ça. Mais. Ça serait une forme de mort pour les idoles, mais. Voilà, enfin, ils seraient pas morts, mais ils auraient pu leur immortalité. Et je pense peut-être que c'est plutôt ça qu'il faut comprendre. Et c'est un peu ce que vous voulez qu'on. Enfin, c'était le truc que voulait. Enfin, c'était ce que voulait. Ah putain. C'était ce qu'on devait voir, on a dit, avec le rituel d'Aphrodite. Parce que si elle aurait réussi sa connerie de se suicider, bah, on l'aurait vu dans les enfers en fait. Genre, elle aurait été là, et en fait, au final, ben, même si elle aurait pas. Même si elle aurait fait. Bah, si elle aurait pas si elle n'aurait pas fait face dans la réalité en survivant, elle l'aurait fait, mais dans les enfers. Et c'est encore pire, parce que là, elle aurait été toute seule avec toutes ces anciennes incarnations qui ont reçu son édolon et qui ont juste souffert parce que ça l'a brisé mentalement. Et je pense que c'est vraiment pas le truc qu'il fallait laisser faire en fait. Bref. Mais bon, on va quand même continuer de parler à Perséphone. On va aller voir Perséphone, puis on verra ce qu'il en est.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
You could apologize, you know. We could start over, from square one.
Apologizing really isn't my style, Grace.
Stranger things have happened.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry. There, you have it. Are you satisfied?
It's a start.
Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
Eventually I will. I'll always wonder what I might have become.
I never gave it a second thought before. Now I wonder.
C'est parti pour le procès. Hein. J'espère que tout va bien se passer. Hein. Avec un peu de chance, ça va bien aller.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, no breeze. I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen. In your heart we remain. You do not sail in vain. In my heart you remain. I do not sail in vain. Okay, here we go. Hello?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no. Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we? Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger.
I waited to tell you until I was certain. And now, I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Extreme measures, such as murder. Would you sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor, out to heal the poor, sick idols?
I am trying to save us! I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
You'll do anything? It must be difficult. Feeling as if everything is on your shoulders, and yours alone. One moment of weakness and it all falls apart. You've been doing this for so long, you don't even know how to stop, do you?
Oh, dear child, why on earth would I stop?
Because what you've done is wrong. If it wasn't, then why not come clean? Go on. Tell them about Apollo's prophecy. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
This is your chance to end it, Athena. Your last chance. I know you want to save the idols, but there has to be some part of you that understands you've gone too far.
Nothing is too far!
No? Not even murdering Calliope? She didn't deserve your protection? I don't? Tell them.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry, hooray, once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you.
It's not just you.
Time to put you in check.
There are other idols too.
You irritating speck.
Aren't you aware?
Sorry, little bird. It's time. These people time to wring your neck.
This I know. Once the muse is dead, questions creep, they'll burrow in my head. What did I do? What didn't I do? All this time, you've shown us what to sing. Wisdom, that's what you bring. Is that still true?
This coming from you. You've lost all perspective. You're ready to throw this away for this little mite. He's not throwing things away, he's picked up the fight. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine, I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all, you just see a scrap. You wanna make the call, you need to hold the map. You cloistered children, it's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. Hey, y'all, now listen, I'll be crystal clear. I'm saying this to everybody here. No substitutions, no, you're all too dear. We're keeping everybody leaves this place alive.
So romantic, me and you. I wouldn't wanna be cut to pieces. We're just anybody.
I was so low, I nearly withdrew.
Now I'm here because she inspired me.
Grace, I love you. Oh, well, not in that way. I just meant to say you're great, Grace, and I'm with you. Or I'm not with you. I'm just you know what I mean.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place? You set off hoping you could get to somewhere right, but it's been too many years since the mainland was in sight. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this.
forgive you, Athena.
Look into me. I know what I see.
Yes, a monster.
I've met monsters who weren't monsters.
I'm a monster
To be.
I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry, all of you. I wish Calliope could know it too.
She does. She hears you.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And?
You certain about that chair, brother? You've always said you didn't want it.
I think it's about time, don't you?
Responsibility suits you, Apollo. Maybe one day you'll even button up your shirt.
Well, fortunately I won't be in the position long enough to find out. We've decided to disband the course. No more laws, no more hiding from mortals. It's time the idols found a new way.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
We'll give it some time to let those who are afraid go into hiding, but it needs to happen. We have to rejoin the world.
What about Athena? She can't be okay with this.
She won't fight it. She said, and I quote, "Whatever your decision, I will abide by it."
That's a switch.
The fight's just not in her anymore. She was so certain she was doing the right thing.
It must be tearing her apart now that she's failed.
Well, we'll see how long this new Athena lasts.
You all agreed to this? No argument?
Oh, we don't do anything without argument, dearest.
It's what Calliope fought for. It seems appropriate. I only wish you were here to see it.
Calliope would definitely approve.
Yes, well, it'll be up to us to pick up the pieces if this all falls apart.
We have to try. What other choice do we have?
It's hard to picture the idols living without rules. Medusa comes to mind, for instance. Think she'll be okay with mortal laws?
Medusa has offered to live in the reliquary. Frankly, I think she's relieved. As for the others, I suppose they'll have to answer to mortal authorities now.
These authorities. Do you think we could ask them about Hephaestus?
I don't see why not.
This is a huge step. Can't believe it's happening.
Changes everywhere. Would you believe Apollo and I finally buried the hatchet?
Even immortals need to grow up sometime.
And give heartfelt apologies.
Which I should have offered long, long ago. Could you all give Grace and I a moment, please? Well, you did it. You survived.
We did it. I would have been lost if you hadn't stood beside me.
I was just trying to do the right thing.
And now you're leading the idols. I'm proud of you.
And I you. You stood your ground with Athena and won. A feat even the mightiest idols have never accomplished.
Wasn't like I had much choice, right?
I want you to know that I'm not going anywhere. Whatever happens when we reveal ourselves, whatever comes, I go where you go.
So no running off to hide in your dingy apartment?
Oh, I think Oracle prefers to be there alone.
And no lame excuses?
My excuses will be much better, I promise. What do you say, Grace? Ready to face the music one more time?
Always. Of course you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
I'm told the concert went well. How do you feel?
I'm exhausted.
Somehow the Oracle has managed to get a recording of every show you've done. I believe she's a bit starstruck.
You can tell her it's okay to come in person. She's on the list.
That would require her to get out from behind her screens.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Ce tableau, c'est rigolo. Tu vois un peu comment ça a évolué derrière. Il y a juste la photo au milieu. La photo sans sa meilleure pote, sans Freddy. Franchement, si je dois refaire le jeu, je le refais uniquement pour avoir Freddy en mode survie, etc. et avoir leur relation à eux deux. Parce que je pense qu'elles doivent être tous aussi bien en fait. Si ça serait manifesté plus tôt, je pense que je l'aurais pris en premier, le choix avec Freddy. C'est juste dommage qu'elle arrive que trop tard.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol, doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
It doesn't hurt that they seem enraptured with each other's company.
Asterion is all Hecate is willing to discuss. Do I need to know every detail of his sexual prowess? I do not.
Didn't Hecate say it is written that she and the Minotaur would eventually break up?
Well, eventually, for Hecate could be centuries from now.
In the meantime, she gushes about her new boyfriend like a schoolgirl.
You should hear Asterion, then. His gushing puts hers to shame. I'm happy for them both.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She was, for a few months.
There was an incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Oh no!
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly. We're not certain where.
Meaning what? Medusa is roaming the streets? Doing whatever she likes?
Not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her, appetite, so she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere. It was her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband? He's alive?
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
Désolé, j'ai rien suivi sur la fin du message. White Rose 463, c'est quoi cette manière de juste poster un message random de code promo à la con Sérieusement, c'est quoi ce bordel? Bon, sérieux, je t'ai banni parce que ce genre de code promo, je déteste ça, etc. Je sais même pas qui t'es. Et je vois pas la peine que tu viennes faire une sorte de promo à la con. Bon, ça se trouve même une arnaque ou je ne sais quoi sur mon stream. Donc, sérieusement, ce genre de truc, je bannis direct. J'en ai rien à foutre. Vous avez pas à faire de pub sur ce genre de sur mon stream ou même le stream de quelqu'un d'autre, je pense. Bref. Je vais même passer en vrai s'il m'a compris vu que son message était en allemand, donc... Bref. Et pour ceux qui t'ont vu, qui voient cette VOD, ce genre de personnes, faut pas leur faire confiance. Hein. Bref. Voilà. Et bon. Bref, on va pouvoir reprendre, mais... Disons que... Ce genre de truc, ça me pète les couilles.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
I have. She left the city, as she felt uncomfortable with all the attention on the idols.
Terrified, you mean?
It was more that mortals expected the goddess of wisdom to have sage advice, and she no longer trusts her judgment.
No surprise there.
You don't still worry about her, brother, after all she's done?
I think of her off in the far north, living alone in the wilderness, punishing herself until the end of her days. I know it's her own choosing, but it seems like such a waste.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
We've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life, never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Apollo.
Other than whining like a sad puppy every moment that you've been away?
I haven't been... Well, all right. Maybe just a little. But mostly I've been taking charge of the idols remaining at Olympus, helping them ease into life with the mortals.
Every day he parades about the city with idols in tow like frightened ducklings, showing them how the world works.
But Apollo barely knows how the world works.
Well, that's what makes it funny. It's the blind leading the blind.
I've also been tidying up the beach house, finding the Oracle, a new place to live.
A new place to live? Why?
So he can invite you to live in his little beachside hovel, that's why.
I was going to say that myself. Later, when you were finished and back for good.
I really like that idea. Assuming you've hosed the entire place down a few times.
I'm in charge of the renovations. I'd have preferred to burn the entire place down and start over, but...
It's quite livable now that Persephone's had her way with it. We can talk about this more later.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not yet, though I may be selling the club very soon.
The underworld? Why?
I don't need a substitute for the real thing. That's all it ever was, and I'm fine with having neither. That said, I've been itching for a change. I believe it's time to move on to something else.
Do we get to know what that something else is?
No, you don't. I came by to give you all my regards, such as they are. After this, you likely won't see me for quite some time.
You will be missed, sister. More than you'll ever believe.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Perhaps a round of drinks at the underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
Persephone, could we just meet you there?
Fine. I will, however, begin drinking without you.
Something on your mind, Apollo?
You, Grace. It's always you.
Take my hand for a minute. Let's stop and breathe for a moment. There's so much to like. Now I've opened my eyes, finally stepped into the light. Wouldn't you know it was here the whole time? The courage we need to be joyful is something we'll build over time. I now know it's true, the answer is you, and I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
How will you feel years from now? Everything's changing so fast.
We have eternity to work it out. With you, I think it will last. The courage we need to be joyful, something you've helped me find. No matter where we go, we'll take it slow, and I'll hold your hand all the while. The courage we need to be joyful is something we'll build over time. No matter what we do, the answer is you, and I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
que dire, c'était vachement sympa en vrai comme jeu. Je pense qu'on le refera. Hein. Pour avoir la fin, une fin alternative, genre une fin avec avec sa pote. Putain, j'ai oublié son nom, c'est sérieux. Comment elle s'appelle? Freddy, voilà. J'aimerais bien la refaire pour au moins avoir au minimum le love interest avec Freddy. Parce qu'en vrai, j'avoue, après, il y a Perséphone qui est aussi vachement classe. Mais elle est déjà son cœur est encore pris par par Calypso en fait. Elle a pas encore tourné la page. Ah putain, et il y avait un moustique, je l'ai chopé. Il était passé dans mon nez, il est pas resté longtemps. Mais en tout cas, je pense que la pardonner c'était quand même bien. J'évite que ça se lance. C'est qui au final était quand même elle est encore attachée énormément à Calliope, donc tu ne peux pas laisser passer ça, etc. Donc, c'est pas son love interest, c'est Calliope. Et on l'a bien vu dans si Calliope est dans les enfers, c'est que voilà, c'est qu'elle peut être nulle part ailleurs. Mais est-ce qu'on peut sauver Freddy? En fait, je pense que c'est vraiment le choix en fait, que j'ai fait de passer à la rivière du truc qui a fait qu'on a découvert en fait, justement les... comment ça s'appelle? Les trucs de vengeance, je sais pas quoi. Après, est-ce que si on serait directement parti, il allait lui parler, etc., il aurait dit, bah ouais, non, en fait, je laisse passer, je vais voir, mais... Je sais pas. Alors, tout simplement, une traite et on aurait dû faire le tour. Parce que faire diversion, dans tous les cas, ça nous aurait pas aidé, en fait. Acte 3. On voit ce que ça fait, hein, si on voit que ça fait...
Take my hand for a minute.
Ah ouais, bon. Pour ça, on l'a vu. Voilà. Bon, en tout cas, voilà. Mais c'était sympa, hein. Mais je vais refaire une partie dans laquelle on ferait la fin avec Freddy. Parce que je pense qu'on peut éviter la mort de Freddy. Je sais pas comment. Et... je suis certain qu'on peut éviter sa mort. Mais bon. C'était quand même cool, hein. On va réactiver la cam et l'objectif, touc, webcam, tac tac. Voilà, c'est mieux comme ça. Et bien, ce fut fort divertissant, ouais. Il nous reste quand même pas mal de trophées, hein, si on veut le platiner, parce que j'ai quand même envie de le platiner, ça pourrait être rigolo. On a la moitié des trophées. On devrait écouter toutes les chansons, donc ça veut dire au moins faire le jeu plusieurs fois. Donc ça veut dire qu'il y a des musiques qu'on n'a pas entendues. Donc peut-être des musiques liées au fait que on fait des romances avec un à un de tous les personnages. Putain, il y a vraiment des trucs... Ça c'est quoi? C'est genre... Ça c'est genre si tu... Ah, genre tu commences à draguer quelqu'un et tu lui dis non, t'es pas mon genre en fait. Ah, donc c'est un peu ce qu'on aurait pu faire avec... avec l'autre. Ça, je sais pas comment tu l'obtiens, ce trophée-là. Ah. T'as vraiment beaucoup de choix, hein. Il va falloir vraiment tout visiter si on veut le platine. Ouais. Va falloir quand même passer parce qu'il y a certains trucs à mon avis qu'on va devoir... Il y a certaines parties qu'on va devoir refaire, je pense. Mais bon. Ça sera peut-être pour un stream de complétion. Bref.